chickens up. Is Ryan in the house? Ryan's in the house. Okay. Let me get my Ooh, girl.
Bottle of something. You deserve it.
Can you afford to board the Chattanooga choo-choo?
I got my fare,
And just a driver for spare. You leave the Pennsylvania station about 3:45.
read the magazine, and then you're in Baltimore. Time around the corner, gotta keep it rolling. Whoa, whoa, Chattanooga, there you are. Who's gonna cry until I tell him that I'll never roll? So Chattanooga, choo-choo, I won't shoot you me home.
Chattanooga, 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 Chattanooga.
I could cry salty tears. Where have I been all these years? Little wow, tell me now, how long has this been going on? There were chills up my spine and some thrills I can't define. So listen, you tell me, do, how long has this been going on?
All the gang got text when he said,
Now step aside, partner, it's my day. Lean in here and listen to my version of a release of the Tennessee excursion.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H.
I got a guy
In Kalamazoo, zoo, zoo.
I'll make my bid for that freckle-faced kid on Marie too. I'm going to Michigan to meet this sweetest guy in Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo. Racking up rain, thinking of name to give to these tunes a very good crew. And maybe old Pete will give it a fleet. And that'll start everyone singing the beat. The melody's gone, the piece of the piece. But anything sweet, it's got a good beat. And that's the main thing to make it complete. Cause everyone's swinging today.
So we call it Opus One, not for K.
Hey, hey, hey.
Opus One, got to swing that sway, baby. And there's a nice ground, you're making me down. And Ray Anthony, he could rock it for me. Never been down, you knock yourself out. Whenever you can hear Opus One.
All right, girl. Shit about that. Yeah. Charlie Parker and Lady, all the places they used to play. Rita, it might as well be spring. The Pied Pipers and
Singing like a gal. Heard about love, I Oh, look at me now. I'm a lover I never knew. The technique of kissing I never knew. The thrill I could get from your touching I never knew much. Oh, look at me now.
And if you just knew
Oh, you often bring back the
do it now.
singing and clapping your hands.
For the cause
We need your kind of love, and we can dig it. Flim, flim, floozy with the Floyd, Floyd.
I'm tired just watching it.
Look how pretty the mama is there.
I am tired just watching her.
Well, you were just saying, you said she was. Oh, sorry, I've got
She's
my
got
sound
your sound
on.
up too loud.
Sorry about that. You said she was our age here. I'm like, no, no
50.
way.
She's 50.
She was 50. That's young to me, 50. You know, so she looked incredible. But I love the number.
Now, well,
Oh,
I mean,
look what I got here.
yeah, we got to
I
bring.
just
So
noticed
that's
that.
we got to bring that up over here. There you go.
Nice.
Ryan's there. Ryan, say howdy.
Ryan.
Awful quiet there, Ryan. Does he not hear us?
I don't know. I have my mic on. Let me see what people are saying because they are.
He's sitting there pretty quiet.
I know. Ryan.
I'll go check. Keep going.
Okay, hi everybody. Welcome and happy Saturday night.
I see the
I am
sound.
so excited that you're here. I missed doing my show
no, we got
last
plenty of
night,
sound.
but I did have a date, and it was a great one, I have to say. Todd took me out to my favorite restaurant for my birthday, and I had a great, great, great time. Can't thank you enough for all the amazing birthday wishes that you gave me on Facebook. I'm still like reading through them and loving, that, and just really appreciate you honoring me and making me feel special. And everybody should feel special on their special day. I think everybody should feel special anyway. But on your special day, you got to really feel special. That's the way I look at it. Let's see who's here tonight. Hello, Maria Dowling. How are you? Marie Dowling's here. Max. Hello, Maxine Moody. Cindy Harris. I'm driving. Going to have
ever
a
seen anybody
watch
dance like
to
that
watch
before?
when I get
That was my
home.
mom.
Hugs. Okay, Cindy, drive carefully. Do you know how many people tell me that they watch the show when? Do you do it too? When you're driving, or they listen to the show when they're driving.
So, have we
that's so
determined if
sweet.
Ryan's here or anything? Because, I mean, everybody else seems to be
Ryan,
hearing.
are you here?
Ryan is here. The question is he hearing?
I don't see him even.
He was there. I guess
Yeah,
he's
he's
logging
gone.
back in. You know, he had slow internet last time. Remember last time we had him on? We'll see how it goes.
I don't know, but I have a cowlick in the back of my head. I just noticed it when I turned around. How many people out there have cowlicks that drive them crazy? I've got one right here and one back here. What? No. Now, when you shaved all, Liz Cochran is here, manning the booth. I have a question, and Aspen is in the back.
Introduce her.
Aspen, come up here, because I want to introduce you. Okay, so John, we were supposed to go to a Valentine's dinner tonight.
Yes, we were.
thought it was on Valentine's Day, but it was
Yes, we did.
tonight. We found that out about an hour ago, and I said, I am not canceling the show tonight. No way, no how. And so we're not at it, but John couldn't come because he's on a Valentine's date with his girl. So Aspen, come on up here. Now you have all met Aspen before. Come,
This is
come
John's.
sit right here.
This is John's replacement.
Wait, let me move my.
And you know things are bad when
Yeah.
somebody now you're like 22 years old now.
You're going to be 12, right?
She acts 22. She's
She's
being
11 years old.
and she's being trained to take over for John when he flakes out.
Yeah. So, but we can't say that because John has done this for 2 years for free. Like we all do
No,
this
he's
for
been
free.
charging me on the backside.
No, he has not. So we can never say anything about
Never.
about flaking because he deserves to have his Saturday nights.
Never.
But Aspen, you trained Aspen on camera.
Well, she's just starting, but she's doing really good. She has very good instincts.
Yes.
She has a good instinct. So you guys will be watching her switching tonight.
Well, what's really fun is that you're 11 years old and Todd has taught you how to use that complicated equipment.
Well,
fun?
She likes it. It's like playing an instrument, right?
Is it?
There's a rhythm to it.
So you have it all down, right? I mean, she was doing crossfades and all kinds of stuff.
Well, yeah, that makes it entertaining.
I know. I love you. I do. I love this girl. I love you. I love your sister. I love your mama. I love everybody in your family. And Mike. I love Mike. I love everybody. So did you put my turkeys away?
Couldn't catch them.
Surprisingly, didn't
Put-
want to come in.
They didn't want to come in, but they were in when I
You're
just went.
slouching. Would you sit up a little bit?
Yes, I'm sorry, but I'm there. Okay.
No, but if you'd slouch, then we have to move the camera.
Yeah, right. Okay, so is this good?
Yeah.
I'm not-
Look at yourself. There you are.
So I had to put the chickens away, which is why I slid into home base at the last second. But the turkeys were in there.
Yeah,
They went in by themselves. Or did you put them in?
No, she said she couldn't catch them. They were impossible.
Oh, they were just spread out as big as you please on the bottom of the house. They're huge,
Yeah.
huge. Those
all
turkeys.
they wanted to do was follow me.
They want to follow you
Up
where
and
you
roll,
go.
anywhere, up and down.
That's
all
right.
around.
All right, go back and hit your post, and we will get busy now. So Ryan, where is my Ryan? Is he not going to be coming in tonight?
Well, let's
That's
just see what happens.
unacceptable.
No, I'm here.
Ah,
Yay,
he's
Ryan,
back.
make yourself
Okay.
seen, please.
Tiny songstress.
Okay, what's going?
There he is.
Hello.
Hi, handsome. What's going on?
Hi. I don't know if my man cave is rebelling against me with the internet or not. I'm gonna have to get to the bottom of that.
Well, it does happen. We even have that happen here, where everything is state of the art. And
Well, no,
so-
what we've done though is, we've because of the issues of reliability, we've hardwired, connections.
Yeah.
So I don't use the wire because too many things get on, or your brother could be watching a movie, So we've hardwired a lot of the equipment, so I don't use Wi-Fi.
Ryan, how many sleeps until
Yes.
you're here?
He's coming here.
I think it's fine. I'm not staying there, but I'll be in the city.
Yes, he's not staying with us.
Well, I am coming by one day to see. You're
He's
gonna give
ne-
me. You're
is
gonna
it
show
thi-
me everything.
Is it this Sunday? Or a week from Sunday?
Not tomorrow, but a week from Sunday.
So he'll be here. He won't be staying here, but he's coming to visit us.
Are we doing the? We've got to do one of your little sales then, because we have piles of stuff.
Work.
I'm going to have to move it into storage if you don't do
He's
something.
been very busy because he's moving everything. Well, the girls that came to get your fire back, they get it because they saw it. We have a museum like situation here, which is beautiful, but he has been sifting through decades of things, and so you know what you've got. So,
I don't know what I don't know what I've got. I know I know better than anybody else alive, but that's still only a percentage. I mean, literally a small percentage has been touched.
Now Ryan's frozen with his eyes closed. You
Okay,
see?
well,
there he
well,
is.
we're on you. He's bopping in and out a little bit.
Okay.
His internet has been slow lately, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a booster.
Yeah,
A booster signal.
Yes.
No pun intended there.
I was gonna say.
Well,
did you
I just-
already have that?
Ryan, I want you to know
have.
that whatever you do, it's part of the show, so we will cover it because it's part of the budget of the show to have solid internet. So that's if you make seriously, no arguing. Or you're the producer, you tell him.
No, he's the producer. I'm just
All right, you're the
telling.
producer. Well, I'm telling you, I'm the executive producer, and I'm telling you, we're
Oh no,
paying.
I am a producer.
You are.
Yes, without question. All right. So I just was saying that
So
we
I
don't-
just heard from Frank Ferruccio. He says, He said, "Don't put it in storage. Ship it all to me." You
Ferruccio.
have no idea what would happen.
Okay.
Even your little house is already jam-packed. It would be unreal.
Hi,
I mean,
Jeffrey Moore.
it's crazy how much stuff there is.
I see Jeffrey Moore said happy birthday. Thank you. Hey, Kathy Hobbs, Sharon Amarosa, Shannon Johnston. I got a package from you today, but I haven't had a chance to open it yet because I just slid into home base. I stole 2 hours today and got a manicure and a pedicure. I swear. Those little things can make you feel like a new woman.
That's what I always say.
Here, look at my pretty nails, and my feet are equally pretty. My feet, the guy that does my hands and feet whenever I actually have time to do it, his name is Daniel. And when I went in
Daniel,
there today,
my brother, he is older than me. Does he still do your nails?
he does. And he looked at my
And your
and he
feet
goes,
as they
he
reel,
said, your
he
feet
rides
look
and
like, he's
rides.
from Vietnam, and he said, your feet, they look like eagle feet. And
Oh,
I
my.
I said,
rough.
That's better than what I thought they looked like.
He thought
did
they were
look,
emu feet.
Well, they looked like they were about to snatch dinner out of a lake. They were really like, I hadn't had a pedicure in months.
Jurassic Park.
They were, I was positively Jurassic. That's exactly the way to put it. But anyway, so I slid back here, put the chickens away, brought in the house chickens, put away the turkeys, put away. Teddy isn't locked up yet, but I got all that done. So I'm really in a good mood, very happy. Very happy you're all here. We have a new segment we're going to do tonight. I'm going to have Todd show you the graphic for it, which Ryan made. And Ryan, I love this new segment idea
Well,
because
there's the graphic.
there's the graphic. It's show and tell with Todd Fisher. And we're going to have to get some graphic music soon. We're going to have to start getting like little theme musics for the graphics. But I'm
Well-
excited because the other day you came to me and had this giant lens in your hand. And you said, "Look what I got." And I said, "Well, what is that?" Because it doesn't look like a lens. And you said, "This is a lens from the 1800s that Bosch and Lomb made, and it's a collector's piece, and I just got it at an auction, and I love this thing." And he's showing it to me, and he was so cute because, you know, he when he gets a find, especially a find at a really good price, he gets excited. And that's how I know he gets excited. His voice gets a little faster because none of you or your mom or Carrie, none of you really registered excitement. It would be like your voice gets a little faster.
If you say so.
and that's how I know you're
Applause,
excited.
Applause.
That's right.
We like applause.
Right. And so I could see he was excited about it. And so I thought, what a cool thing that people would really enjoy to see some of the artifacts that he has and have you tell them about them because you do find things sometimes that are just awesome. And
Well-
they could be doing the same thing because these are just like local auctions. You can find treasures at country auctions because they have estate sales and people don't even know what they have.
Well,
I mean,
the principle here is that, as you know, my mother was, one of the great collectors. And she
Yes.
kind of handed it down to Carrie and I, and we respectively each had our own little niches of things that we like to collect. And collecting is one of those, it's a very personal thing, and it's whatever strikes you. There's nothing right or wrong, or, and also there's obviously budget issues that people cannot collect. My mother collected high-end stuff,
Yep.
but also lower-end stuff.
but I call you the high-end hoarder.
Well, but it's not all my fault. I mean,
We
I
don't
am,
have tunnels, but we're close.
I am high. I have high-end, so much high-end stuff that my mother collected and Carrie collected, and so all of it ended up at the ranch. A lot of it, and then so now it's all on me. So it makes it seem as though I collected it, but it's really me. I have my own collections, but I also manage my mother's and sister's collections respectively. Carrie has other collections still at her house that Billy has,
Yep.
my niece. So we definitely got that from my mother. And I think the concept of this show was sort of that collecting is a good thing, and during the times we live in, especially, it's good to have a hobby like that. But it's also can be something that you make money with if you're willing to part with anything, which is not my MO, but it does happen occasionally.
Right.
And my mother finally parted with some of her stuff and made a lot of money. But there's a lot of fun to be had in it. I think it's a very healthy thing to do. But as I say, there's ways to make money. There's also ways to buy, sell, and trade. A lot of times I can't get an item unless I have something to trade a person. So sometimes you collect things that you might know another person collects something else, and you collect that, and then you have something to trade with. You take Ryan for an example. You know, he's got an incredible collection of action figures and Star Wars memorabilia, respectively. It's impressive, and he did that long before he ever met us, right, Kat?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, what's great about these auctions that people have, and sometimes you find stuff in the smallest towns. Remember, we used to go to that country auction.
Well, in Paso Robles.
In Paso Robles.
Yes.
And it was on like Sunday, and I was just absolutely blown away by some of the stuff that was there in estate auctions that went for nothing. And I bought stuff, and it was very exciting, and you can flip it or you can keep it. You know, sometimes you just get stuff for pennies on the dollar.
Well, I mean, again, the beauty of collecting is, I mean, I know somebody who collected salt shakers, salt and pepper shakers. They had all these different cool sets. People find their little thing. My mother collected one of her many collections, but one of them was silver picture frames, sterling silver, older picture frames.
Well, that's why we went through painstaking times to choose. For Christmas, we always got her a really good one, and we'd have to.
But I did that actually since I'm like 12.
Oh, really?
Every single Christmas or birthday, depending upon what I could find and afford, I gave her a silver picture frame, and I was the only one that did it. And then she bought her own, of course. But these were from the 1800s, made in England mainly. It's what's called Georgian sterling silver. They're beautifully. A lot of them have raised engraving or raised carvings. They're on velvet. They're beautiful picture frames. And she had a thing about wanting her people around her. So what's cool about that collection is you not only have a collection that has some value and future appreciation, meaning the picture frames, but you're putting in it the people you love. And I think there was always something beautiful about that. I thought it was one of her best collections. She had a lot of pictures, as some of you probably saw during Get Your Fire Back. We hung, finally,
hundreds.
We hung my mother's collection of autographed pictures. Now, this collection was another collection that my mother wanted to do on her own, starting when she was a teenager at MGM. She started getting famous people to write her little notes on pictures that she would find of them. And some of these pictures unto themselves are collectible. Forget the signatures. There are photographers, and you can look this up, Clarence Bull, Harrell, various people that took pictures of famous people and then later would sell these pictures, or they could be acquired. A lot of times the studios hoarded them, but after the studios went out of business, these got into the marketplace, and all of a sudden you could collect some of these cool pictures. But my mother had these personalized to her. So maybe it's a personal note from Betty Davis to my mother. Anyway, she had probably 100, wouldn't you say, or more, of these, and some are oversized prints. And they were on her wall in her house for my entire life, and they would expand as she would get new ones. But when she passed away, everything was taken down and moved and stored, and it's been boxed up now for 5 years, and it came out, a 2 weeks ago, whatever that was. And so we'll share that with you at some point. But it's beautiful. There's just huge walls full of these autographed pictures. So that was a magnificent collection, so these are the things that I grew up around, which inspired me to want to collect to myself. Now, a lot of you guys obviously know the Star Wars collectibles are very collectible, and Ryan is a big Star Wars collectible guy, and I have some really high-end Star Wars stuff, but I have something that's really probably the coolest Star Wars collectible, but it crosses over into many other things. And I'm going to show you a picture of an item that I have, and it pertains to Star Wars specifically. So take a look at that. So this is the premiere in 1977 of Star Wars at the Grauman's Chinese Theater. And if you notice in the middle, There's an awning that led you to the front door.
Oh my gosh. I remember this when it was exactly like this because when I moved to LA to study acting and start that career, I think it was 1977. And that's exactly what it looked like.
Well, that awning was there from really the 30s forward. Now, prior to that awning, it was actually made of canvas. But later they had it made of metal, even though it looks like it's canvas.
It did. I remember it sort of being a green canvas. Am I
It's
right?
red.
Red. Oh, okay.
So
Not even
anyway,
close.
in 2001, is that correct? Yes, 2001. Is that when 9/11 was?
2001. Yeah.
Okay, so 2001, they decided to remodel Grauman's Chinese Theater and bring it back to the way it was in the 30s, pre-awning. And the guy gave me like a few hours notice and said, you can have this thing.
So that's how we got the awning?
He says that you have 2 hours to get this thing out of here. I put a crew together, rented a truck, and we went down there and removed that thing in a matter of hours.
And we have it, but we haven't done anything with it yet.
Right. Well, it's more important that you save it and then worry about what you're going to do with it
I
later.
agree. I mean, to me, that awning was such a huge part
If
of
I
the
didn't
Grauman's
respond, it would have
theater.
been scrapped and gone.
I know.
Now, there's a lot of bad stories in my life like that.
Yeah.
My mother frequently told stories of things disappearing permanently from the earth because she couldn't react. There was no way to store it. So she really quickly, back in the 70s, bought what became DR Studios to be a storage facility for her collecting. And it quickly, what was ironic is quickly that filled up with and became a dance studio, and quickly the stuff didn't fit in there anymore, and so the collectibles were pushed off to the side, and more dance studio space was needed, and eventually it all had to be moved to Vegas or the ranch. Fortunately, we built storage places in all of these places, and she was able to save things. But there was a lot of things I could tell you that were lost forever that we just didn't have the space for. But the beautiful part is, go back to that picture again. The beautiful thing is that was saved, and one day we'll set that up here in Vegas. It'll be an entrance to one of our buildings. I only bring it up because now that becomes a Star Wars collectible as much as it's a Grauman's Chinese Theater.
That picture
every
is...
premiere.
Look at
all the people.
How thousands.
Every premiere ever.
No social distancing
Every
needed
premiere
back
ever
then.
at Chinese Theater was held under that awning. Every star on earth walked underneath that awning.
Yes.
Everybody.
And it was all captured on many newsreels.
There's pictures on pictures
And
on
now
pictures.
we have that awning. Isn't that exciting?
So I'm not saying all of you can collect the awning over at Grauman's
No, but
Chinese
you just
Theater,
never
but
know.
yes. So the point is you have to be available to find these things. Now a lot of you might think, oh, I live in New Jersey. What the hell am I going to find here? You'd be surprised. So as Kat said a minute ago, the things show up in these local sales. So there are people that collected things. I mean, I'll give you a classic example of this. My father was from South Philly, and a lot of his family was in South Philly. And my father, along the years, sent things to his family. Some of this stuff, like, no way should he have sent it to him, but he did. A lot of it was lost. He would give things away. I bought back pictures and different things through eBay from where my family in Philly had sold it at auctions and garage sales, and it ends up on eBay, and I saved some of this important stuff to me. I mean, there's a picture I have of my father with Harry Truman. It's autographed to my dad. Private first class Eddie Fisher, best wishes, Harry Truman. The two of them are together. It's an oversized print, and you're like, I mean, this can't be lost on eBay, for crying out loud. So the moral of the story is that all around the country there are families. It's not like everything. A lot of what was in Hollywood ended up in Philly or New Jersey or Minneapolis because the family people a lot of times get these things. Also, there have been collectors forever all around the country, and they collected what they could. They made scrapbooks and maintained history when nobody else would. So there are cool things everywhere is the moral of the story. And watching these local auctions in particular can be very rewarding because people do pass away and others don't know what it is. One of my earliest collections that I started when I was very young. I was about 11 years old. Was United States military medals. It actually started with British military medals, quickly to U.S. medals, and that went on for probably 20 years of my life. And one day I was at a garage sale in California, and I ended up getting a Congressional Medal of Honor from a family that didn't want it. And I said, there was a whole trunk with this person's life in it, the uniforms, everything, all their medals, everything. And I said, you can't be serious that you want to get rid of this. I mean, I'm trying to talk them out of it.
Right.
And they go, no, we need the money. We don't really care. We don't believe in war. I said, it's not about the war. It's about what your grandfather did in the war. This guy was in the Spanish-American War and World War I.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, I ended up buying the whole thing from the guy, and I preserve it. And to this day, I have everything kept together in honor of this veteran that served our country. But it was also part of something that I wanted to collect. Okay, segue forward. My mother starts collecting Hollywood memorabilia when I become about 14 or 15. MGM Studios is going out of business. She starts collecting costumes, props. But that doesn't really interest me in particular. Some of the props did, obviously. I was more interested in the weapons, and I started getting into cameras at that age. And fortunately, I got into cameras, and I got into lenses, and I got into the cameras themselves, and I started finding things, and then I started connecting the dots. And back in these days, you could actually talk to the old directors of photography, and a lot of them had notes, and they had records of with the camera reports that were used on the filming of various movies. One of the most, so early on I started finding things, and one of the things that I found early on were the lenses from The Godfather. Now, the movie The Godfather, if you recall, has a very distinct look about it. Very distinct. And it's a very beautiful film, but it's also a very stylized thing. And so Gordon Willis was the director of photography, and I did some research, and a friend of mine had found these. Guess where these lenses were? North Carolina. So there was a collector who had bought them from these various auction places. He had them in North Carolina, and I brought them back to California. They were also in the hands of Zoetrope Studios for a little while. So having said that, I'll change the stills.
Yes, we have to now show things. Now, I have a quick question.
Yes.
Shannon Johnston asked if you ever buy stuff on eBay.
I do.
She does, but she said it's scary waters, and you have to be really careful.
Yes.
So could you tell her and everybody, if you are looking at something on eBay? I mean, everything we get, we have it. Sometimes we always have everything authenticated, and sometimes it's not. If it's a signature or something and it's not real, then we lose out on that. But it's scary to buy stuff like that.
It is.
I think, because
Well, you have to have some knowledge. So it's important. It's very important if you're going to collect something that you try to do it, within your area of expertise. Now, I have had the privilege of knowing a lot of people in these areas, specialties. So getting a professional to assist you if you're going to spend some money, especially, is super important. So I've always had friends that could help me authenticate things. These lenses were authenticated by Roy Wagner, who's a member of the ASC and a very, very knowledgeable director of photography, won many Emmy Awards and other things. And there, you could see the picture of them. You can cut to the picture. There's the picture of those lenses. If you go to there, so these are the lenses that shot The Godfather, and I have them actually sitting in front of me right now. Switch to that other. You think you can hit that other camera?
which one?
I said it. Yeah, there you go. So they're actually sitting right here. I put them all here just because we're going to talk about them a little bit, and I thought it would be cool to actually see these lenses. These lenses were rehoused by me so I could put them on a modern camera. But this is what the housings used to look like. That's what the original housings looked like. But you could remove this rim here and put a slightly different rim on it. But I've kept all the original rims because when I first bought them, I had no idea this was going to end up like being this collectible. But this is probably one of the most famous sets of lenses on Earth. You can switch back now. So they were used on Godfather 1 and 2. And you'll notice in that picture, if we switch back to the picture for a second, which is the Apple TV one. It's this one here. Yep. You'll notice, well, you really can't see all the numbers, but there's no 35 millimeter lens in there. And there was a reason why there was no 35 millimeters, because Gordon Willis didn't like the 35 millimeter lens that came in the set. Now, I have later on, come back to the close-up camera, I later on...
Your close-up?
No, to the, camera 12 or whatever it is, 10 or 12. There you go.
Okay.
This is the 35 millimeter from the set, but he didn't like it, so he didn't use it on the movie. So he actually used a Cook 35 millimeter lens, interestingly enough.
So what have these lenses shot?
Well, they've shot things like, besides The Godfather 1 and 2, they've like The Exorcist, The French Connection. I mean, they're very, and movies that are nothing too. There's a lot of irrelevant films that they've shot as well. But they're probably, that is one of the most famous sets of lenses. Now, these lenses are slated to be lent to the Academy in the next few months. But
for the
they're doing a Godfather.
the museum.
Right, the Academy Museum in Los Angeles currently has my Citizen Kane lenses.
Correct.
And in fact, I could show a picture of that. Although I don't think we took a picture. Yeah, we did talk about that when we were there visiting the Academy.
Yeah.
But if you look at this picture here, go ahead and come to back to the Apple TV. Yep. If you notice up in the upper right-hand corner, these lenses right here.
Good job, Aspen.
Those are the Citizen Kane lenses that I lent to the Academy. They did a beautiful job of putting them on display. You can cut back. Putting them on display.
I thought that it was beautiful.
Well, I was, thrilled that it was sitting there next to Spielberg's copy of an original script.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're in pretty good company when you're with Steven Spielberg. So Spielberg obviously is a high-end collector. So I was proud of the fact that I was there, in the game with him. That's pretty impressive. And my mother had nothing to do with this, only so far as to be the one that implanted the seeds of collecting in my interest zone. It's like a place in your brain that needs to be turned on. And some people just don't care. It's just you can't turn it on.
Yeah.
There's like,
It's
I'm
not their thing.
Not into it.
Yeah.
Now, those lenses, if you looked closely at those lenses, you can go back to the picture for just 1 second. Yeah, well, let's see which. Yeah, I turned off that picture. Yeah, we'll do that. So these lenses, if you look, these were made, says B&L on the front. Yeah. And on the side, it says Bosch Alum. So this is the same people that make sunglasses and soft contact lenses, and they have a fascinating history. This company has been around since the 1800s. Go back to the Apple TV for a second. There is one of their catalogs, camera catalogs from the day. This is back in the 1800s. And this is before they were into cinema lenses. And they actually would take pictures of things and then tell you like what lens took that picture. And in the catalog, you could then go through it and you could find an appropriate lens that you might want. So there's the Taj Mahal. I mean, this is you got to remember, this is the beginning of photography. So people would see a picture like that, and very few people were traveling, to India, in these days, other than if you were in the service. So it was a very unusual set of circumstances. And then what happened is, so I'm not a collector of still lenses, but here is another one of their catalogs. This is the Photographer Supply Catalog out of Missouri, professional and amateurs. And here they are showing, lenses and things
Now,
you could buy.
this is the lens I was talking about that
That's
he came
right.
home the other day and he was talking fast. So I knew he was excited that he found it. He found it at a local auction, small auction. Obviously, they didn't know what they had. He got this lens. He was very excited because... Come on, 1800s. That's amazing.
Go ahead and cut to my camera for a second.
Yeah, because
So here's this lens that was at an auction. So I saw this. First of all, they took the picture in a way where there was no reference to size. So this could have been this big.
Yes.
Or it could be this big.
Right.
Now, I knew when I looked at it that what it was, but not precisely what it was. But this is where the Bosch Alum camera companies started making camera lenses, some bigger, some smaller. Not bigger, this is one of the biggest ones, but smaller. And if you cut back to the catalog, Apple TV, you'll see that is the lens
But
right
you
there.
found this catalog just this morning.
Well, I knew it was around.
But we were looking at it and we were thinking how cool it is to be able to look at the provenance of this lens, because 1800s.
Well, if you look carefully at that, she just put up a close up there. So this lens is the 8x10 size lens. So it's telling you and it cost $190 back in the 1800s. I mean, that was how much a car cost.
How much would that be today?
It's crazy. It's thousands of dollars in today's. Well, yeah, it's thousands of dollars. So only the highest end collector could possibly have had this lens. But anyway, this showed up in a sale, and I'm going to walk up. I think if
It
I walk.
almost looks like a crystal ball on the inside. On this side.
Well, it is. Lenses are crystal in a
I
sense.
know, but it's shaped.
See, I'm going to walk up on
it
my.
has
No, stay back where you were. Go back to the other camera. Nope. Yep. So I'm going to let you see. It's got a little dent on the side, but you can see the writing. I'm going to rotate it until you see it. Or can you even read it? Let's see if we can read that. It's really hard to read. There it is right there, though. I'm kind of getting out of the light.
Looks
There's
good.
the writing.
Yeah.
But look at the size of that thing. Anyway, people like, Ansel Adams and Wesson and people use these lenses. Only the best photographers in the world could afford or use those lenses. So when this came up for auction, I was like, that's a really cool thing. And I'm not really a collector of still lenses, but any collector of still lenses would freak out for that, because it is, I mean, most of them
It's
didn't
so
survive.
heavy, I can't imagine how it sits on a camera.
But look at the history, too. We went from this to this. See, in the 1930s, they started making movie lenses. Really in the 20s. No, actually, in the teens, Bosch Shalom started making movie lenses.
They use them on
even
silent films.
Yes, so even the Chaplin had something.
Yeah.
But this is this is 20 years before or 30 or 40 years before they ever had a motion picture. We had still pictures. So I find it fascinating. And it doesn't mean you have to find it fascinating. You might find the salt shakers.
No, but what's kind of cool about it is that people don't even know about these country and local auctions. No matter where you live, there's an auction in your town.
Yes.
In fact, is it called Auction Zip?
There's several auction
a search
places, but you could just do
called
local
Auction
auctions.
Zip, or just put local auctions in your search on your phone. It should pick that up, and Google that, and you'd be absolutely amazed at what you can get for nothing. And some things are just treasures. I mean, really treasures.
Well, what's
And
the old story? One man's
Trash
treasure,
is another man's treasure.
Yeah, I mean, that's so true.
Well, I mean, I found clothes and furniture and collectibles and all kinds of things at these auctions.
Well, so
But
what
rare things,
What we're
that
going
I
to do,
really
though,
love.
what we're going to do in this segment each week
Mm-hmm.
is we're going to do. We'll pick an area, and I'm going to do things like still pictures. I'm going to do costumes. I'm going to do scripts. I'm going to do other types of collectibles or props. We'll do any kind of thing that we'll focus a little on the entertainment industry, because that's just what happens around here. But we'll do Star Wars stuff. We'll do other movie collectibles. We'll try to, and we have a depth of stuff here that can be shown.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I use a great example of an obscure collectible that I never even really thought of until way later, was Carrie's director's chair, my mother's director's chair. My mother kept her director's chair. I think I have the picture of Carrie in her director's chair. I don't know if I did this or not. But anyway, I didn't originally collect director's chairs. Now I have Carrie's director's chairs from Star Wars, and I went to a lot of trouble to find these and get them. In the case of the first Star Wars, I had to bring it back from England, so that was a pain in the butt, to have saved it. And nobody cared in those days. They threw these things away. they'd reuse the chairs, but they throw the backs away.
Yeah.
So finding her chair was a big deal, and my mother saved her chairs, and so it made me think we should get Carrie's chairs. So that's the range of things. It could be anything from a chair, a director's chair that might have been used on the set. It could be any kind of personal items too. People find, like Frank Ferruccio has all of Jane Mansfield's personal items, from her bedspread, to her clothing, to her jewelry. Now that's a little different area, but it's just as cool because you find your favorite person. You might find your favorite photographer. We collect Frank Worth photographs. In fact, we put some at auction here. I remember the Frank Worth collection. He's an amazing photographer. We have a lot of his prints. They're very collectible because he was a behind-the-scenes photographer of celebrities. So still pictures of your favorite stars, or behind-the-scenes pictures of your favorite movies. Movie posters became a passion of mine. I have a great collection
Oh yeah.
of movie posters, ranging from some that have become very valuable, but even when I collected them, they were not. Well, they were expensive in some respects, but by today's money, they're way more money. So lobby cards, posters, still pictures. Are these still pictures like personal or behind the scenes? Are they movie pictures that were used for publicity? Then you had press books, sheet music. The movie industry has this amazing thing. So you can find your little niche. Even records. People collect vinyl records. We have an amazing collection of signed records, like sitting on the shelf out there. You saw we're decorating the lobby just outside the studio here.
Yep.
And I have, an album from Frank Sinatra, from Fred Astaire to my mom, and some of her records and other people, movie posters signed to her, or pictures of a celebrity signed to her. So anyway, there's just a lot going on that can be collected, and certain things are really easy to collect and not too expensive.
Right.
So that's
well,
why
I think
we did
that's good to get people excited about checking out local auctions, because, Liz furnished her entire house on a local auction here, the same auction house that you bought that lens at.
Yes.
And it was so awesome because, Liz, how much do you think you spent on stuff?
I furnished the whole house minus my bed at $1,000.
She furnished her whole house for $1,000, and it's a big house.
Yeah. So.
So it,
But it takes a little time too.
it's a 5-bedroom house.
No, but
just to give
you're
a
better
scale
off,
for what
you're
you
better
should.
off doing it over a period of months, and don't be in a rush. So if you're gonna try to furnish a house through auctions, which is kind of a cool thing to do, because again, you can mix in antiques with contemporary pieces, and you can find things that turn you on.
Yeah.
I always try to sometimes find things that it maybe is missing from my childhood. Like, hey, we used to have one of those. Like now in my case, my mother saved almost everything. I have the damn cookie jar from the Greenway house. So but there's people like that. I remember somebody saying to me the other day, "Oh, I've got to have that cookie jar. That was like the one my grandmother had." So there's that. I see the other day at the auction. I don't know if you pay attention to the auction here locally, but they had some of those Hummel figures on there. Now I'm not a collector of the Hummel figures, but my grandmother collected them. She had a little thing in her shelf. My grandmother was.
I have that for the Wee Forest.
No, you have
folk.
the Wee Forest. That's not Hummel though.
The
is it?
Wee Forest folk. I have the thing that goes on the wall, and I started collecting those. Michael Knight's mother is the one that turned me on to those.
What did she give you? Some of them? To
She
get you
gave me
started?
one, and they're called Wee Forest folk, and they're tiny little, just handmade figurines of animals in human settings, and they're so perfect. So the artwork in these things, I fell madly in love with that. And I don't collect stuff like that, but I went nuts. And so then every year,
She'd give you one.
his dad would give me a Wee Forest folk, and so then they bought me the thing that goes on the wall. And I have my little Wee Forest folk. It's like almost like a house for them that sits on the wall. You just never know.
Well, that's what happens is when you start to collect that kind of things, then you need a display.
Yeah.
So pretty soon you find yourself buying display cases and all of this. So that it starts to, it can get rather, like movie posters are a horrible thing to collect.
Because they're big.
And where do you put them all and
And
frame
you have
them?
to have them restored often. And then you have to have them linen backed if you really want to take care of them. And it's expensive. There's no doubt.
But on the other hand, I
But if it's
love
a
having them around
I
me.
know our house is covered in movie posters. So
Well, even
it's like,
behind you right now. Look go to camera 1 here. You'll see, the
that's
set.
more than a poster.
Well, that's a 3-sheet. It's a
Yeah.
6 feet tall.
That's a beauty right there, boy. They're all beautiful. I love posters too.
But when you're collecting whatever you're collecting, you don't want to get in a rush. You don't want to overpay for things. You do have to understand something about it so that you don't waste your money, because some of these things can be bought for a huge variety of prices. And I have found some unbelievable things in auctions that have nothing to do with the movie business.
Yeah.
But obviously most of our collections revolve around that. But I mean, I also collect guitars, and I have purchased some very amazing instruments through auctions over the years for very little money. At one point, I was collecting some instruments that were in movies, so I have or live. Now I've kind of gotten out of that, but I kept my mother's guitar, for an example, and I have Paul Simon's guitar, and we actually have a couple of his guitars that he left. I think it was something like when Carrie and him were together. He would leave guitars on the West Coast. When he was here, so he'd have a couple of guitars and left them with Carrie. And then when they divorced, they pretty much just went their own way. There was no settlement or you keep this, I'll keep the CD collection, you keep whatever. So that they didn't divide properties. He just left those guitars. So, and Carrie didn't play guitar. So we put one there at Carrie's house for Billy. So there's one there, and I have another one. So anyway, the moral of the story is we want to hear from you. Let us know what it is you'd like us to talk about, or what. Let's just see what people want
So
first.
this is going to be something we do often now. It's called Todd's Show and Tell. So if there's something in particular you would like to see or for him to talk about with that, let us know. And Ryan, I love
Ryan made
Ryan.
that.
I love that Ryan made this graphic. It's so cute. And and it's really fun to see things you won't ever see anywhere else. That's kind of a cool, thing. I used to love show and tell when I was when I was in elementary school. Oh my God! Did you do show and tell, Liz?
Yes.
Yeah, I always got in trouble for telling dirty jokes that I heard at home.
Oh, geez. No, I liked show and tell, and I would look for the most bizarre things to take in. I got in trouble for a show and tell once. I remember that too.
Well, I mean, they should limit the parameters. Obviously, if you ask a child to bring something from home, it could be anything.
Yes.
No, but that's the fact that you can bring things from home. I think that is sort of the beginning of collectibles. Is if you start children talking about why is this interesting, whatever it might be. I got fascinated with Norman Rockwell at a very young age because I had met him when I was young.
And we have some, and that's so awesome.
Yeah.
I asked my doctor if he would save my tonsils so I could take them in. Yeah, this is the kind of
That's
weirdo kid
strange.
that I was. I wanted to take in things that would really be a conversation piece, even when I was really little. It was weird.
I bet we could sell those on eBay.
You know what? I didn't save anything. I saved nothing, and my mother would say, "You're going to be so sorry when you get older and you don't have anything that."
And why didn't you listen to her?
I never watched I was on shows. I very rarely watched myself on them because I would be hard on myself. So, and plus I was working when they were on, so I didn't get to see that much. I didn't save magazine covers. I didn't save stuff. So thank God for eBay, because I have bought just about every single thing, and you put my name in that search engine a lot
Yep.
and buy things. And every now and then I put my name in there and I'll see if there's something that I want, that I need, that I might use in a book or whatever. It's nice. So I'm very grateful for eBay
Part
and
of
the
this
people
is
that
also
sell things there.
part of it is just preserving your history too. It's not, it's not that I have to have this, but some of these things are part of a story or part of a journey that's needed to be recalled or remembered, and so therefore it's worthwhile to save those things. I mean, my mother was all over this. My mother has scrapbooks from day one.
Yeah.
I mean, I have an entire scrapbook from the Miss Burbank contest and then I have literally almost everything that ever existed from 1948 forward. Mm-hmm. And it's intense. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of articles on my mother that we have. There are newspaper articles that are long gone. I mean, nobody has these, some of
Including
these
the
things.
newspaper itself.
No, I'm saying the
Yeah.
papers are probably long gone. A lot of them are out of business, and all the archives are gone.
Right.
Which is another thing that happens is you can when you buy these things. A lot of times you're buying those archives. People, these photo libraries liquidated. We're partners in a company that has these photo archives, and there's a lot of stuff that's preserved in these things that's hidden away. Sometimes a newspaper would go out of business and they would just sell their whole photo archive out of the files and all the writing, and a lot of it would be thrown away. And you'll see a lot of that on eBay. You'll see a lot of publicity stills, and you'll see newspaper stills that were just part of a news story. Those things can be very valuable and very interesting, those stories. I find stuff all the time with me in it, and I'm like, I don't even remember that. I mean, where did that come from? So that's just the story. So we want to hear from you as far as what you might want us to do these shows on, and we'll cover it all eventually, but we'll do a show next week and so on, and we'll focus on it. I gave you just an example today of what got me started, but we'll hit these topics.
I'm
You're
sorry,
laughing.
I'm laughing because Nikki Luongo, who's funny as all get out, she wrote something just now. My father is a collector of garage sale crap and is constantly saying, all this will be yours. And my mother goes, 10 minutes after you die, it's going in the dumpster. I mean, ouch.
Now, part of the deal is
That's
you
just-
need to find somebody that understands what you're collecting and make sure they're in charge of it.
Right.
So
And
I
that-
don't know what that stuff is. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good or bad.
But she's very funny, so she's
But no,
just-
but I'm just saying it may be junk or maybe it's not junk.
Yeah.
By the way, I have bought stuff from people that think like that, and it's gold. They have no idea. What's all this crap doing here? Get it out of my house. Get it out of my garage. Just get it out of here. Take it away from anything. Now, I've done that with companies and walked off with hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stuff because they don't want to deal with it. They don't know what it is. They don't want to figure out what it is.
Yeah, no, but most people are like that.
Well, I don't know about that.
No,
but, okay.
most people that are very busy and they don't have any kind of respect for history or anybody else's history or the family history. There's a lot of people like that.
There are a lot of people
and
also that
that's
want
why
anything
these
in their house.
auctions end up being really good, especially the estate sales that they do, because they just want to liquidate it. They just want it. They just want it
Well,
gone.
I'll tell you a story. There was a guy named Bill Harris, started the Harris casinos, the hotel casinos. Really nice guy. Over the years, he collected and had the largest car collection in the world. Hundreds of cars that had been. He had people back in the day. This is back in the 50s and 60s. He's collecting cars all around the world. Everything from Bugattis to Duesenbergs to you name it. He had like every model of every car that Ford ever made, right up to the turbine Thunderbird that had the turbine engine in it. I mean, the most amazing collection in the world. And he went way out of his way to make sure this was in a trust and protected, and there was no way that would ever be liquid. He had spent a lifetime amassing something that could never be put back together again. Does this story sound familiar? My mother did the same thing.
yeah.
And these collections were not understood or appreciated, and they were broken up.
Well, just so you know, there is a new face for me here and a new name. His name is Gregory Kalanjian. I hope I pronounced that right because it's not easy when I've never heard it. Gregory Kolhanjian. And he said, I love Todd's passion for a conversation. It's admirable. And I think what Debbie did was also immeasurable. And Shannon Johnston said, I agree. So we had a nice little hit tonight with your show and tell.
Well, and we're going to carry on. So please tell us what you want to hear about.
But please feel free to write us and tell us what you'd like to see or hear about so that he knows, to bring on fun stuff for you
Well,
to
I
see.
mean, I'll wing it if I don't have a
Of
consensus.
course, but if they
I'm
want
sure
to
I
see
can,
something in particular.
like for
then-
an example, I have I brought this out because there's the most famous picture of Carrie ever is Carrie with this weapon. This is the blaster that Carrie used.
That's what it's called, a blaster.
Yeah, it's a blaster. But this particular one is actually a real gun. It actually is made from a real weapon. It's not a plastic or metal. They also
And
made.
nor is it loaded, thank God, since it was just pointed in my direction. That's
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
no.
you noticed the first thing I did.
I wish
was
we had
this.
had that when the guy came and stole your car last week. I wish we had.
I don't think
woken
you
up.
want to shoot anybody with this. It might just piss them off.
No, I know, but I'm
It's a
just
very
saying.
this is a very small caliber gun. It was really made as a target pistol.
Yes.
But it fires very small little things. This is really for blanks. I didn't even know it would fire a bullet till I had a gunsmith look at it. But this is important to me because I thought it was a pretty famous thing for Carrie. In fact, I have a picture of Carrie holding that weapon. We should bring that up. And it's like one of her. There's a couple of different Carrie weapons. This particular one I think is probably the most important one. Let's cut to Apple TV. There you go. So there's Carrie holding that gun. Look, Carrie. See?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a famous picture too.
Right. So the idea here that there it is. Right. So.
Yeah.
Now, George didn't have any money to make expensive weapons like Kubrick or somebody like that. So this is actually a Russian target pistol that was then, this piece was added and milled for the gun to make it look kind of space age. So it's funny, all of the Star Wars weapons are made actually from like World War II or guns that were actually regular guns and then modified to look kind of space age. So that's a fun thing. So yeah, collecting... Now, and they make, I have a replica of that gun that was made by a company that's a fun thing to collect, and they're not astronomical. They're expensive, but not out of this world expensive.
Yeah.
So you can get some of that stuff. Like we have these, and then you move down from there. Like they make replicas of the laser, the lightsabers. And some of those are 1,000, 2,000 in the replica,
Yeah.
where there's a numbered limited edition, and then it goes all the way to the toys. Like a toy like that. So that's a lightsaber. That's a famous saber, but it's
Will
a
you
toy.
turn it on so I can hear it? Because I love that sound. I love that so much.
Yeah. By the way, this toy is hundreds of dollars now. And it's actually a really good toy. Actually, Ryan probably will lecture me that I shouldn't call it a toy. What should I call that, Ryan?
That's not an action figure, but I think you can call that a lightsaber. Call it what it is.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is a light, and but it's actually a functioning thing. And in fact, and you know why that Carrie had one of these, and I was called to a tribute to Carrie after she passed, and Kat was coming with me, and somebody else was coming, and I wanted to have 3 of them, and I thought, oh, this should be no big deal. And I sent a picture over to a place. I said, I need 2 more of these. And the guy was like, yeah, good luck with that, buddy. They're hard to come by. So I ended up paying like $300 a piece, for the additional ones that I wanted to take to this tribute. Because we did this cool thing when Carrie had passed away. We were all at the Chinese theater, and we all pointed our lightsabers towards heaven. And dark black. You remember
Yeah,
that?
that was beautiful, actually.
So that's a really cool tribute.
And I've seen people have Star Wars weddings,
Yes.
and they have everybody standing with the lightsabers from both sides, and the bride and groom walk through the...
It's pretty. I think there's
it's
a romance
cool.
to it.
There is a romance to it for sure. Okay, Ryan, I think that we
Hi.
had a really good first segment of Show and Tell.
I loved everything about it.
Yay! If you liked the Show and
did.
Tell, send up some hearts and let us know, and we'll know that we're headed in the right direction.
I got Frank Ferruccio here. Let's see what he says.
Ferruccio.
He says, when they tore down the Rat Pack Club in Atlantic City, I ran down there and got Jane's footprints and signatures by prying them up, like Luthi and Essel did in John Wayne's. You remember they did that in one of those segments?
Yes, I do.
Now, Frank, I have the signature off the walls of the Earl Carroll Theater. It was in Hollywood. And everybody from Charlie Chaplin to Amelia Earhart, political people, but also Hollywood people. It's it's drywall that was just cut off the wall. because they didn't want to just see that thrown away because they had all signed their name on the walls.
Yes.
So that was one of those moments like Lucy and Ethel where you're tearing out the concrete or tearing out the walls. So those have been preserved. So we have those here.
Well, I am just looking at I think now it's 7:09. I don't want to keep people too late.
Well, go to your you have a
Well,
birthday video, don't you?
Well, Brian says he's texting me right now.
I can introduce it.
Yeah, because I'm not really sure about what it is.
Well, it's there right there.
I hope you can hear me.
I can
We
hear
can.
you.
Good. Okay. I had nothing to do with this video. The viewers decided to take this on themselves, and they wanted to make a video to you and Todd both, since your birthdays are so close together. So Shannon Johnston is the one who put it all together. She sent it to me. I sent it to Todd. You're about to see it.
Have you seen it?
No. Am I running it or you?
I think
You are.
I
Okay.
think you are. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Shannon.
welcome.
I love this because I'm always surprised by this, and I know what it takes to put stuff together. So thank you so much. I'm excited. What have we got?
And this is for both of you.
Look at Liz just handed me a box of tissues.
I'm so happy, Kat and Todd, to be able to send you a birthday greetings
Deb.
this year. Now, I was wondering what I could do to make this special. I can't sing. I can't even hold a tune in a bucket. I can't dance because I have 2 left feet. I would probably fall over and do myself a mischief. But what I can do is send you both a very, very heartfelt happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful day, spend it with those who you love, and most importantly, party hard.
Hi, Kat and Todd. I want to wish you both a very healthy and happy birthday. And I want to thank you for all that you have done for us and that you're still doing for us, your Fisher family. And you really made a wonderful impression on all of our lives, and mine especially. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you have done. And I love you both so very much. And may you have a wonderful birthday and many more to come. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Kat and Todd. This is Julie Lawrence, wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Please know that you are so loved, and thank you for all you do for us. I have just returned from Get Your Fire Back, and it was an amazing experience, just totally unforgettable and life-changing. Thank you so much for making us feel so special and welcome. You are the best. Much love from Kansas. Bye-bye.
Hi, Kat and Todd. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We pray that you have a wonderful day, and we're so excited to see you sometime. I hope that we can see you sometime this year, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. We're thinking of you always, and we really appreciate you and all that you do for us. We love you. God bless. Love you.
Hi, Kat and Todd. First of all, I want to thank you for this past weekend at Get Your Fire Back. You two are 2 of the most genuine, authentic people that I've ever met. You opened your home to us, fed us good, we had wonderful conversations, and I absolutely had a ball, and I hope to come back again. So, I just wanted to say, Hippo birthday to Kat and Todd. Have a wonderful birthday. Take care.
Happy birthday, Kat and Todd. I love you. Bye.
Happy birthday, Kat and Todd. Love you. Hope y'all have a great day.
Okay, yo, Kat. Happy birthday, and Todd. I love you.
Oh my gosh.
I love you, Kat and Todd. And happy birthday. I love you.
Birthday poem for Kat, written by Kathy Hobbs. Happy birthday to one who we can turn to when we're feeling blue. Always there with a laugh and a smile. You always go the extra mile when someone needs special love or they need a gentle shove. You've got so much love to give, and you give us advice we need to live. You taught us to always be strong, even when things have gone wrong. You remind us to show love and to lean on the Lord above. May this coming year be the very best. May you continue to be blessed in all that you do, because you make others' dreams come true.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Hey, Kat and Todd. It's Tammy, Cheryl, and Amy, and we just want to say happy birthday to both of you. We want to thank you for everything you've done. Really, it's amazing to think of all of us coming together, because we would have never met each other without you. And we are so thankful, and we wish you the most wonderful birthday, and we love you.
Happy birthday, Kat and Todd. Love you to pieces.
Happy birthday, Kat and Todd.
Hi, Kat and Todd. It's Barb Covering here. Happy birthday to you both. Thank you for hosting such a wonderful weekend and taking such good care of me. I'll be back. I love you guys.
Hi, Kat. Hi, Todd. Happy birthday to you both. Happy and healthy one. Wishing you lots of love and enjoy your day. From Francine Lobner from Woodbridge, New Jersey. Thanks.
Hi, Kat and Todd. This is just a quick video to say happy birthday to you both and to thank you for being my friend, because I don't know what I would do without you, and you can see my treasures behind me. But that isn't the reason why I appreciate your friendship. It's because you're two of the sweetest people and genuine people I've ever met. And I hope to meet you both soon. Bye.
Hi, Kat and Todd. It's Bill. I just wanted to wish you guys a very happy birthday. I'm hoping you guys have the most magical birthday month. And it's so cool that you get to share a birthday month. You should really just be eating cake every day, because why not? We're living on Earth too. But in all seriousness, I wish you guys all the best, and I thank you. You have been such a blessing these past 2 very interesting years. So I thank you guys. We love you, and we are keeping you in our prayers always. We love you. Take care.
Hippo birthdays to you. Hippo birthdays to you. Hippo birthdays, Kat and Todd. Hippo birthdays to you.
Hi, Kat. Hi, Todd. This is Shannon, and I am coming to you from freezing Montana right now to tell you happy birthday to you both. I've seen Dear Barbara's beautiful video, so I am not going to attempt to sing it to you because there's no way I can touch that. So I'm just going to tell you guys both that I hope you have wonderful, wonderful birthdays. Happy birthday.
Hi, I'm Patty Hughes.
I'm Julie Gingrich.
And I'm Dalton Gingrich.
And we want to say happy birthday, Kat. And we are just so thankful for you, Kat, because if it wasn't for you, Julie and I wouldn't have met and become good friends. And I really just love these two, and we all love you. Yes. So, yes. Happy birthday.
Yes,
happy birthday.
Hippo birthday to you, hippo birthday to you, hippo birthday to my most favorite people. I will always love you too. Hippo birthday, Kat and Todd. I hope you guys have a fabulous, hippo bird month. I hope you have a fabulous birthday month. You both deserve it so much. You are two of the most beautiful, amazing people I've ever gotten to know, and I love you guys so much. You hold a special place in my heart. So I hope you have a hippo bird month. I love you guys. Bye.
Awesome. Is my mic on?
Your mic is on.
Oh, I just can't. Here, let me do this because that was so great. And it's like every one of you that popped up on the screen, I was like, oh, there, in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's Shannon. Oh, that's Francine. Oh, that's Barbara. Oh, you know, and it's so great to think that in this, our anniversary for this show is coming up in just a few weeks.
It is.
Yeah. It'll
It
be our
is.
2-year anniversary for the show in a few weeks. Ryan, we'll talk about that to see what you want to do. But in those 2 years, the fact that all these people have taken the time to get to know each other through our room here, which is the point of life, is to connect. And so, for me, the thing that got me the most was is just that you all would be standing with each other saying, I never would have met this person if it weren't for the show. So it's like, that makes me super happy because, you may not have even met your bestie soulmate yet, but you might just meet him here. And it was great seeing Bill Tuscalis because, everybody here is like, he's cute. Yeah, he's cute. So it's like super nice to see you all talking and moving. If I haven't met you, to see video
It's
of
kind of
you.
what the hiding place was like back in the day. It was
The hiding place, to tell them what the hiding place
The hiding
was.
place was a church that Henry Catrona, myself, and another guy named Barry started back in the early 80s, really early 80s. And but it was a sort of a church for people in the business and music business or film business. And it became kind of a rock and roll church, which was unusual at the time because they were still hung up with the hymnals.
Yeah.
And the moral of the story, though, is that people met each other there. And I would run into people literally over the decades, and they would be like, if it wasn't for that experience, I never would have met my wife, or I never would have met such a person. I hear that all the time.
Well, that's where I laid my peepers on you the first time.
That's right. Well, I did the whole thing just so you would come there and I could eventually trap you. That was all.
I saw you across the... Well, there were so many incarnations of the hiding place. When I first started going to it, it was a little church on Wilshire that was really pretty.
That was in the Beverly Theater. It
Yeah.
started at DR Studios.
It started at DR Studios. I was in the church choir, but you didn't even know that because you...
Oh,
Yeah.
it was hard to pay attention to.
It was a big church, first of all.
Well, by the time it got to the Beverly Theater, we were into
Oh,
like
I was crushing on you hard, boys. I was crushing on you hard.
I didn't see you.
I know you didn't, but I didn't say anything to anybody. It would have been inappropriate because, we were both married to other people, and I would, but I was just like this. Oh, he is cute. Ooh.
Oh, look at you got coming this way.
Oh my gosh. Be careful. All of a sudden I saw that cake just coming towards my face.
How can I get an angle? There it comes.
Oh,
Bring it into
look at it.
Move a little more
Let's-
towards cat. Just put it. Okay, we can do it that way. You
Let
can
me
do it
just.
that way. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna put it there. There. Okay, I gotcha. Liz is the cake master. First
I will
of all,
say that's for
I
sure.
love this cake.
You
It has
might
my avatar.
bring it over
on
right
What's
here.
even better,
Bring it over there. Let's try that other camera, like 12. See if that camera 12 works. Throw that. That'd be number 5 or 12.
5 or 12, not apple.
No, it's 5 or 12.
Okay.
There.
not actually a cake.
Oh, Liz, it's
But it
beautiful.
looks like a cake.
It's not a cake.
It's a cake, but it's not a cake.
Oh, I thought it was kind of heavy.
It's 2 huge
Is
chocolate
there-
chip cookies
Oh.
Really?
with chocolate frosting to make it look like a cake.
Oh my
Huge
God.
chocolate chip
I figured
cookies.
they were all caked out by now.
I thought there was a weapon in it or something. It was that heavy.
Well, let's make a wish.
Okay. We're in 2022.
Can't be political.
No, God, no, please. Wait a minute. Okay, I got it. Hey, I don't fool around with wishes. I don't, what do
No,
you
you
say? If
make it-
wishes were fishes, we'd all be swimming.
Yes.
I happen to believe in wishes, but I don't fool around. I know exactly what it was. And if those had been trick candles, I would have been really mad.
Well,
Sparklers, and then my hair would catch on fire.
That was very cute.
Thank you, Liz.
I
It's
know one
beautiful.
person's going to be very happy.
Huh?
Buck Nolly is going to be very happy.
You know what? When she was telling me what
You know,
it is, I'm like,
basically,
oh my
he's
God,
cleanup.
Buck's gonna go crazy.
I used to have an assistant by the name of Fred Pearson for many years.
I love
And,
Fred.
and Fred is this thin guy. He's a wisp of a person. You wouldn't think of it. He could eat more than anybody you've ever seen in your life. I won more money on him with people not believing he could eat all that. But one of the things he used to do is anything laying around like that. So after today, if we were all have a little piece of that, and then you were to leave it in the kitchen, he'd wipe it out. Like by the next morning, it's gone. My mother one time, my favorite Fred Pearson stories, we're sitting around. My mother loved shepherd's pie, and they would make these big Pyrex things of shepherd's pie. And so we all had a little shepherd's pie this particular night. And Donald Light was my mother's assistant and did some great cooking for her. He had made an entire extra shepherd's pie. So we had 2 of these big Pyrex shepherd's pie. So we kind of wiped out most of the first one, but there was still some left. And then we had the whole backup one. So my mother the next day says to somebody, well, let's have some shepherd's pie for lunch. And everybody, yeah, that's a great idea. And of course, go into the kitchen and there's no shepherd's pie. And my assistant sitting there looking like he ate the Tweety bird. You know, he's got yellow canary feathers.
Oh,
hanging
he
out.
ate all of it?
The entire Pyrex dish of shepherd's pie.
And your mother said?
She was stunned. She couldn't believe it. He had to confess because...
And then she said?
She said to him, you have got to be kidding. You didn't leave any for us. And he felt so bad.
Well, if I had Debbie Reynolds say, you didn't leave any for us to me, I'd probably blow away in the wind. I would be so mortified.
But she also, to be fair, she knew he was his capabilities.
He had an eating.
It's not a disorder.
You don't think it's a disorder? I think anybody that can eat that much at one sitting, there's got to be something to it.
One time at the Debbie Reynolds Hotel and Casino, we were in my offices, and I said, I think we should all have some 31 flavors this afternoon. It's a hot summer here in Vegas, so I'm going to send out for 31 flavors. What does everybody want? And as we're taking orders around the office, Fred says, you know, I can eat all 31 flavors. I love that so much, Baskin-Robbins. And everybody went, yeah, right. Pretty soon, everybody had placed bets that actually went up into the thousands of dollars.
That he couldn't eat.
That he could not possibly eat
31 scoops of ice cream.
Scoops of Baskin-Robbins ice cream, which is very rich ice cream. It's not some fluffy, dietary stuff. This is some heavy-duty stuff.
Ugh.
He ate all 31 flavors over the period of about 2 hours.
Ugh.
Including the bubble gum.
That's a good thing. Bubble gum was my favorite.
See,
when I was a kid.
I could not possibly imagine.
But let me tell you this. When I want to purge myself of something that's not good for me that I'm addicted to, like in food world, because that's my only addictions are ever in that world. But when I have the need to get rid of the taste for something, I OD on it really bad. Like if I ate 10 scoops of ice cream, I'd never eat ice cream again.
Right, you'd be too much. A lot of people said that happened.
I did that with pancakes, and to this day, I cannot eat pancakes.
Didn't you tell me during COVID, a lot of people experienced, like whatever they ate during COVID, they didn't want to then later eat? Was that happen?
Well, when we had COVID, I'm a coffee addict, meaning I don't drink a ton of coffee, but the last thing I think about before I fall asleep is the cup of coffee I'll be having in 6 or 8 hours, right, depending on what time it is. When I had COVID-19, the first time we got sick, I was shocked that I couldn't stand coffee. I mean, I tried to take a sip of it.
But you had drank it while you were ill.
No, I tried to have a cup of coffee after we started to feel better, and I lost my sense of taste and smell for a little bit, but it came back, and I'm like, oh, yay, I can have coffee, and it's good. And it was like, I had to spit it out. It was so bad, and it was months before I could drink it again.
Yeah, so that was.
And certain foods, yes.
That would be one of the worst things of lingering.
I know people that still can't smell or taste.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and that would be sad to lose that sense because, I mean, I love smells and the way things taste.
And if you had my life,
yeah,
and were able to eat your cooking all the time, you would really be unhappy if you couldn't taste it.
Am I a good cook?
You are a really good cook.
Can I just tell you that it is my greatest joy. I'm starting to go. Let me get a hold of myself. Okay. It is my greatest joy to cook for you.
Aww.
And to serve you and to be your wife, and I just really hit the jackpot.
Aw.
Yeah,
Well, I feel the same way. I think that you are the most special person there ever was.
Oh.
And
Now,
that's why
see?
that song that my mom sang in Singing in the Rain is just so perfect.
You were made for
No, you were meant. You were meant for me. I was meant for you.
Yeah, that's a great song. But anyway, I know that I don't get a chance to. Well, we don't sit around talking like this all the time. But
Oh, everybody probably thinks we do.
but I love that I got a chance to say that. And
speaking of that,
yes. Now I had my money
the
out here
payoff
the other
from-
day.
well, I don't.
I won. I won the golf game.
This was from the other day. You left it out here.
Oh,
There was 100, and I only had 100, but there's the
But
change, so
you're-
that's
now
your
it's-
half. Well, the Saturday.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Was it no? Wait, last
I'm just
Friday.
kidding. You handed me $100 bill.
And you left it sitting
and
there.
I left it sitting here.
So
and
I
I came out
changed
here
it.
tonight and I'm like, where's my $100 bill?
I had to make change because you didn't want the 100. Because we usually split my winnings.
That's right. So I am now $70.
And the
richer.
truth is, I didn't find out till later
I can put
that
my
it actually
chickens
that
through
it was
college.
actually 40. It was a $40 win, so you got 20 from today. But I actually played really well today.
I'm glad you won because it puts you in a great mood when you win. So I like
I
that.
wasn't in a great mood when I pulled into the driveway tonight. Now, we have new security procedures around here because of all the insanity in the world.
Right.
So when I tried to come in the gate, and I couldn't get in the gate, I was a little annoyed because you start to think to yourself, has it gotten so bad that I have to lock myself out of my own house?
And the answer is yes.
Yes,
it
is the
has.
answer.
But
And so
we're
that's
hoping-
pretty messed up.
But it will not last because
This too shall pass.
Something's got to give. But yes, I know. I'm sorry about that. I did know that the gate's padlocked.
No, I know, and it's like I pull up in my car and I hit my little button, and it's like so you have all this money tied up in your gate and you can't use your gate because these Yahoo people are running around doing stupid ass stuff. We went to court the other day. Did you get to explain?
Yeah, we are, but we're not going to talk
We're not
about
doing
it.
that.
But no, we're not going to talk about it too much because we don't want to jeopardize anything. But we did have to go to court.
Jeopardize what?
I don't know because if it goes to trial because this was
No. All I'm
preliminary.
going to say about it is that
They caught the guy.
Here's the
That's
point,
the
though.
good
The
news.
district attorney was thrilled because we showed up, and I was like, "What?" She's like, "Nobody shows up," and I'm like, "Well, that's dumb." She says the problem is for like 70% of her cases, they get the police to come because they subpoena them or whatever. She's like, so many people don't come. I said, "Oh, we're definitely coming."
We're so coming there.
And then she said, "Well, a lot of people don't want to face these people or whatever." I go, "Oh, I definitely want to face this person."
I didn't mind.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
But it was my first time on a stand in real life.
witness
I've
stand.
been on a witness stand many times on soap operas.
On
but I have
TV.
hey, if you kill as many people as I have on soaps or,
You're probably pretty good
all
at it.
kinds of things.
No, she'd been in prison how many times?
What was weird was we were in court. It was 8:00 in the morning. And we had to wait a long time before we got called into the courtroom, and we couldn't go in the courtroom together. They wanted us to be on the stand separately without the other one in the. I don't know why, but that was fine with me.
No, it's because they don't want you just saying what I say or vice versa.
Yeah. So I'm sitting on the stand, and I have a mask. All that I see of the judge is this. And she was beautiful. I mean, she really was a hot judge.
No, it was interesting.
And then my mask is here, and I get off the stand and I go out into the hallway, and Todd says, now we've been in those masks for hours because we had to wait, and I don't go out that much, so I'm not used to being in a mask unless I fly somewhere.
Well,
there.
it
It's
had
just
been like
horrible.
3 hours at that point.
But I get all stuffed up in the mask and everything, so I come out and I'm thinking, get me out of this building so I can take this thing off my face, right? So I come out the door and he goes, guess what? I said, what? And he said, the governor just lifted the mask mandate. You could just hear everybody in this building rip those masks off. And
Exactly.
It was like, so that was a good birthday gift to be able to get out of that
I
mask,
totally
right?
agree. I totally agree.
So anyway, we're going to give stuff away real quick, and then we're going to let you go. I'm so sorry.
Are you doing it on that?
Yes, actually, Liz has all.
I mean, are we using the
we're not
randomizer?
We're not using the randomizer.
Why?
We using the wheel?
Randomizer
Guess
right
what?
there.
The wheel
No,
is.
I have the randomizer.
Oh, you do? Good, because I don't have the wheel on set.
Oh, the wheel's in the other room, right?
You can. That's okay. We don't need it. We have the randomizer. All right. So we're going to give stuff away, and then we're going to say goodnight. And I just had the best time. And before we do that, I just wanted to also let you know that we are having the Valentine's Day sale right now at Cat Cosmetics. If you see anything that you want at catcosmetics.com, it's 30% off everything, including Get Your Fire Back. We have some really great people coming to get your fire back, but we do have some spots left. And so the code you would use if you want to go shopping there and get 30% off is I love you 30, all one word. And that is all I have to say about that. Okay, so randomize away. The first winner is Peggy Delgadillo. Delgadillo, Peggy. Please, Peggy, claim your prize at info@catcosmetics.com so I know that you were here, okay? So you got one of my new makeup bags that we have 5 different. I don't know if I'm getting in this
We can
the
see it
wrong
through
way.
the plastic.
I don't know if you can or not, but I'll just show it to you this way. It's a zipper burlap makeup bag, and it says, "Actually, I can," which I love. But I have 5 different sayings, and some of them are really funny, and some of them are spirit-filled. So there you go,
Don't
Peggy
put the bag in the
Delgadillo.
cake.
You have won.
And we selling
Just
these
want to make
bags?
sure. Sharon Amorosa donated this. Thank you, Sharon.
Are those available?
These are available at catcosmetics.com.
And I get to see all of the different sayings on the website?
I don't know if you will see them now, but they're all there.
They're all there. There you have it.
So congratulations, Peggy Delgadillo, and thank you, Sharon Amorosa. Sharon said during show and tell, she was wondering when you loan things out, like when we say loan them out, we don't loan them out to just anybody, but we were talking about loaning them out to the museum, the Academy Museum in Los Angeles and Hollywood, and she wanted to know if you get paid for that, and the answer to that is no. You do not get paid for that. It's a loan, and they keep it for a specified period of time.
I'm going to
so
say it this way: there
enjoy
are people that do get paid. Some people do. I choose to support these institutions by allowing the use of these things. So it's not everybody, it depends what you have, of course. Typically, though, they want donations. Generally, these museums and places are for nonprofit. So you want to try to support the arts or whatever it is the museum is all about, natural history. So I personally don't. I'm thrilled to see the Academy finally have a museum, something somewhere that we can all be proud of, and I know my mom would be happy. So I wouldn't charge them for that.
So there is the answer to that. Sharon Amorosa. Sharon and Joe. There we go. Okay. So our next wiener is Tammy Wilson. Tammy Wilson, you are the next person that got randomized, and you have won a $25 gift certificate donated by Janie Seiss. Janie, I wonder if she's still in Hawaii. Oh my God. Janie, God bless you, girl. You're still in Hawaii. Janie, thank you very much. Tammy Wilson, congratulations. You are a wiener, and you're always a wiener.
By the way,
in my
didn't
book.
Frank buy that piece sitting off to your right?
He did, and I'm overnighting that to him on Monday because it was my birthday week. I didn't get to. Do you know how much I had to work this week? It was unbelievable.
So you didn't just sit around?
I didn't just sit around, no. When I tell you I stole 2 hours today to get a manicure and a pedicure, that to me was like queen for a day because I never have time to do it. So
When I go play golf, it's 4 hours.
No, I know, but you're the prince.
4
you don't have
hours.
To work
4
like
hours
I do.
of no
Yes.
cell phones.
Oh.
No weird people. No news.
No weird people. That's impossible.
No, they're well. That's the good news. You're with a certain group of people. Our group is funny. You know, we have a lot of laughs. Nikki
Luongo, you are the next randomized person. Nikki Luongo, congratulations. Everyone who wins, please write me at info@catcosmetics.com. Let me know that you are claiming your prize. You'd be shocked how many prizes aren't claimed, but I do want people to be here if they win, so claim it and it's yours. Nikki Luongo, this is donated by Cat Cosmetics. That would be me. And it is Silk Perfection, which is one of our hottest selling items. This, Todd, you used to sell the heckles out of this.
Well, because it's good stuff.
Yeah, well, it's amazing. It's a makeup primer, but it also is something that's great to wear just alone on your bare skin, and it is beautiful. Nikki Luongo, congratulations. You are a wiener. The next wiener is Debbie Lewis. What I'm wondering is it Debbie Sanders Lewis from West Virginia? Or do we have two Debbie Lewises?
Yes.
Is it Debbie Sanders Lewis?
Now,
Ryan?
Yes.
Debbie Lewis, you have won. Let me see.
If you hold the product like right here.
Okay.
You know which camera that is? Is it 12 back there? I think is the name of that one.
Aspen, thanks for hanging in there. Oh, I can't show it because it's locked, but
well, just hold it there.
Yeah, but
hit,
it is. There it is.
Hit 12. Come on down to 12. Aspen, try. Is it 12 or 10? I think it's 12. There it is. There it is.
Aha.
Now turn it.
That is this caffeine? Yes. Caffeine donated by Cat Cosmetics. This is a cup of coffee for your face. It is a bronzing stick. It's a cream bronzer. I actually have it on tonight. I can't open it because it's sealed for your safety. And I am very excited. Who won this? It's been so long. Debbie Sanders. This is Debbie Sanders Lewis, and this is donated by Cat Cosmetics. Caffeine. You know what, Debbie? Your husband's going to be getting into this stick. I promise you that. I'm not kidding. It's like man-tan and woman-tan. It's amazing. So congratulations. The next wiener is Dwayne Shell. Dwayne, now I'm assuming that's a man, although I was thinking J.D. Montgomery was a man, and she's an absolutely beautiful woman because she wrote me and sent me a picture of herself, and I was like, OMG, I'm sorry I've been calling you a man. But Dwayne Shell, you have won a gift that is donated by Barb Kevern, our very own Barb Kevern, and you have won the CD for spiritually reconnecting with prayer. This is actually a hypnosis CD. It's really great if you have a hard time sleeping, relaxing. If you experience anxiety, this is amazing. And you don't need to try to stay awake. The whole point of this is for you to go to sleep. So, of course, you can't operate this. You can't drive a car or listen to it in the car. You need to be laying down in your bed or the couch, and you will sleep like a bear rug, I tell you, and you will get this great program going right into your subconscious mind, and who couldn't use a good prayer? So, Dwayne, send me, here you go, Liz, send me a confirmation that you are here at info@catcosmetics.com. You're jealous?
You guys were supposed to be doing the book every time.
Oh, this is donated by Cat Cosmetics, and the wiener of this prize is Vicki Giddens. Vicki Giddens, you are the wiener, and you have won a travel size of cleansing milk. This is one of our hottest selling products. You also have a travel size of the, after you wash your face, you put a toner on it, and it's like butter. Your skin will be like butter. It's amazing. And then the chamomile eye makeup remover in the travel size. So congratulations, Vicki Giddens. You have won some really cool skincare. Thank you so much. And then the next one is Tamara Clyde. That's a new name for me. Do I have a prize here? Yeah. Tamara Clyde.
You guys have to remember to do the book every time.
I know. You know what?
You do too much of that stuff in one just.
Well, you know what? I would love to. Can I give away one tonight?
1,000 times I said every week.
Oh, I love when you sweet talk me.
If I were king Of the forest.
If I were king of the forest. Okay, forest. There's another one of my makeup bags. Who won this? I'm so sorry.
The new name.
Tamara Clyde.
Tamara Clyde.
New name.
New name. That's why I was having trouble memorizing it too. Tamara, write me at info@catcosmetics.com, catcosmetics.com, and let me know that you are claiming this. I also will need your address. This is a makeup bag. See, it zips right there. It has a little thing to go in the side so that you can carry it like a wristlet. And it says on this one, let me put it here. If we go to camera 12, put it right there. You still back there, Miss Girl? Okay, I'll put it up here. So it says, there's no one else I'd rather be. There's no one else I'd rather be. And that is from one of my books. So there you go. And then we are going to be giving away...
Skip that item and do the book.
Kathy Hobbs. Kathy Hobbs, you have won a copy of Todd Fisher's book, My Girls, and he will sign it to you. So I wish I had a copy here to show you, because this is, Kathy, this is a great book. You're going to love it. You're not going to be able to put it down. It's that good. And it's not a short book, so get yourself some coffee, because that's what people said. They said, I can't put it down. So I love this book.
Here,
and you
I'll
have
put it
won
up.
a copy of it, and Todd will be happy to sign it to you or to whoever you would like to have it signed to.
There it is.
Okay, so congratulations, Kathy Hobbs, and that's donated by Todd Fisher. And so there is the book right there. I don't know what we need to be on to see it.
No, it's on.
Oh, there it is. So there you go, Kathy Hobbs. Congratulations. I am super happy. I'm going to go ahead and put this back in. And that concludes tonight's show. I'm going to have Todd play the, before I do this, I'll have Todd play the birthday video as you all say goodnight to each other.
You want the birthday video or the
But
Debbie
wait,
video?
because I want to say goodnight to Ryan. Ryan, spotlight yourself so I can see you.
We have to bring him up over here.
Okay.
Oh, he should be able
Yeah,
to.
there he is.
Well, I hope I'm not frozen.
You're not, but you're looking awful cute tonight and very handsome on top of that. Cute with a side of
Do you want
handsome.
the opener or do you want the birthday video?
We'll do the birthday videos because that was so good, and so in case anybody didn't see it. And also, Ryan, I'll see you in a week. I can hardly wait. You're frozen again.
I'll see you both in a week.
Yes, you'll see us in a week, and I can hardly wait because I love you. Ferruccio,
Yes.
I'm going to finally get to meet Ferruccio because he's coming to Pennsylvania to see me on March 11th and 12th in Annville. And I'll start to advertise that date from this point forward because we're getting closer now. But anyway, Francis Ferruccio, I'm really glad that I'm going to finally get to meet you, and I'm so excited. It's his first trip out since 2018, so this is going to be really fun. All right, so good night, everybody. We're going to play this so that you can say good night to each other. I want to thank you so much for our birthday video.
I'm so happy, Kat
Thank
and
you.
Todd, to be
Good night,
able to
everybody.
send you a birthday greetings this year. Now, I was wondering what I could do to make this special. I can't sing. I can't even hold a tune in a bucket. I can't dance because I have 2 left feet. I would probably fall over and do myself a mischief. But what I can do is send you both a very, very heartfelt happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful day, spend it with those who you love, and most importantly, party hard.
Hi, Kat and Todd. I want to wish you both a very healthy and happy birthday. And I want to thank you for all that you have done for us and that you're still doing for us, your Fisher family. And you really made a wonderful impression on all of our lives and mine especially. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you have done. And I love you both so very much. And may you have a wonderful birthday and many more to come. Bye-bye.
Happy Happy birthday, Kat and Todd. This is Julie Lawrence, wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Please know that you are so loved, and thank you for all you do for us. I have just returned from Get Your Fire Back, and it was an amazing experience, just totally unforgettable and life-changing. Thank you so much for making us feel so special and welcome. You are the best. Much love from Kansas. Bye-bye.
Hi, Kat and Todd. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We pray that you have a wonderful day, and we're so excited to see you sometime. I hope that we can see you sometime this year, and I hope you have a wonderful birthday. We're thinking of you always, and we really appreciate you and all that you do for us. We love you. God bless. Love you.
Hi, Kat and Todd. First of all, I want to thank you for this past weekend at Get Your Fire Back. You two are two of the most genuine, authentic people that I've ever met. You opened your home to us, fed us good. We had wonderful conversations, and I absolutely had a ball, and I hope to come back again. So I just wanted to say Hippo birthday to Kat and Todd. Have a wonderful birthday. Take care.
Happy birthday, Kat and Todd. I love you. Bye.
Happy birthday, Kat and Todd. Love you. Hope y'all have a great day.
Okay, so Kat, happy birthday, and Todd. I love you. I love you, Kat and Todd. And happy birthday. I love you.
A birthday poem for Kat written by Kathy Hobbs. Happy birthday to one who we can turn to when we're feeling blue. Always there with a laugh and a smile. You always go the extra mile when someone needs special love or they need a gentle shove. You've got so much love to give, and you give us advice we need to live. You taught us to always be strong, even when things have gone wrong. You remind us to show love and to lean on the Lord above. May this coming year be the very best. May you continue to be blessed in all that you do, because you make others' dreams come true.
Hey, Kat and Todd, it's Tammy, Cheryl, and Amy, and we just want to say happy birthday to both of you. We want to thank you for everything you've done. Really, it's amazing to think of all of us coming together, because we would have never met each other without you. And we are so thankful, and we wish you the most wonderful birthday, and we love you.
Happy birthday, Kat and Todd. Love you to pieces.
Happy birthday, Kat and Todd.
Hi, Kat and Todd. It's Barb Covering here. Happy birthday to you both. Thank you for hosting such a wonderful weekend and taking such good care of me. I'll be back. I love you guys.
Hi, Kat. Hi, Todd. Happy birthday to you both. Happy and healthy one. Wishing you lots of love and enjoy your day. From Francine Lobner from Woodbridge, New Jersey. Thanks.
Hi, Kat and Todd. This is just a quick video to say happy birthday to you both and to thank you for being my friend, because I don't know what I would do without you, and you can see my treasures behind me. But that isn't the reason why I appreciate your friendship. It's because you're two of the sweetest people and genuine people I've ever met. And I hope to meet you both soon. Bye.
Hi, Kat and Todd. It's Bill. I just wanted to wish you guys a very happy birthday. I'm hoping you guys have the most magical birthday month, and it's so cool that you get to share a birthday month. You should really just be eating cake every day, because why not? We're living on Earth too. But in all seriousness, I wish you guys all the best, and I thank you. You have been such a blessing these past 2 very interesting years. So I thank you guys. We love you, and we are keeping you in our prayers always. We love you. Take care.
Hippo birthdays to you. Hippo birthdays to you. Hippo birthdays, Kat and Todd. Hippo birthdays to you.
Hi, Kat. Hi, Todd. This is Shannon, and I am coming to you from freezing Montana right now to tell you happy, happy birthday to you both. I've seen Dear Barbara's beautiful video, so I am not going to attempt to sing it to you because there's no way I can touch that. So I'm just going to tell you guys both that I hope you have wonderful, wonderful birthdays. Happy birthday.
Hi, I'm Patty Hughes.
I'm Julie Gingrich.
And I'm Dalton Gingrich.
And we want to say
Happy birthday, Kat.
And we are just so thankful for you, Kat, because if it wasn't for you, Julie and I wouldn't have met and become good friends. And I really just love these two, and we all love you.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
happy birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hippo birthday to you, hippo birthday to you, hippo birthday to my most favorite people. I will always love you too. Hippo birthday, Kat and Todd. I hope you guys have a fabulous, hippo bird month. I hope you have a fabulous birthday month. You both deserve it so much. You are two of the most beautiful, amazing people I've ever gotten to know, and I love you guys so much. You hold a special place in my heart. So I hope you have a hippo bird month. I love you guys. Bye.